Hello guys, welcome back to SWS Boxing. Delighted to get Danny Boyle back on the channel. He's now 3 wins with one draw. And yes, pleasure getting you on as always.
Yeah, it's good to speak to you again. It's been a wee while since we last spoke.
Yeah, I think it was before your fight your last fight against Daniel
Yeah,
Barozov, was it?
yeah, I think it was. Yeah, I think it was just
Mm.
before I went back to Ireland for the last week of it.
Yeah, you did. And it was a bit of a homecoming for you in a way, and a
Yeah,
60-53 win as well.
yeah, it was good. It was a good test for me as well because we fought at a catch weight, so I definitely felt a big difference there. It was one less struggle that fight week, not having to worry about weight or anything. But it was a good experience for me to get in there and in front of people, all my home fans as well. It was really fun.
Yeah, I mean, thinking about, when I was at been at your fights at your call, I mean, the crowd you brung to your call, I can only imagine what it was like in Ireland.
Yeah, I was brilliant because it was only well, the place was, I think it's about 45 minutes away from where I've lived all my life. So even all fight week and stuff, I'm just chilling at home, training at my old amateur club, and it was a bit surreal. Like it was quite fun, and then to be boxing in front of everyone, and then people buzzing about it for weeks after, it was brilliant. It was once in a lifetime opportunity, really.
Yeah, I mean, how happy? I mean, yeah, we spoke about before the fight that you were buzzing to fight in Ireland, and yeah, how was it? Now the dust has settled. Reflect back on the night. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was. I really just try to enjoy every moment of it. Make sure I've tried to box as well as I could. I felt like I could have performed better, but he was an awkward opponent as well. But the whole event was just the whole build up of it, even doing the open workouts and interviews and all that kind of stuff, and the weigh-ins in front of people. All that was just brilliant. Like the whole thing, I wanted to get the most out of it because it's something that you hopefully it'll come up again in the same place. But if it doesn't, at least I got to be a part of it, and I wanted to enjoy every bit of it as well.
Yeah, I mean, it was a sort of field, sort of. I know it wasn't on the TV, but a sort of like a fight week, like a TV fighter,
Yeah,
sort of would get in a way. Your old your workout, the weigh in before the day, sort of thing, and bit of interviews. You've sort of got a bit of a taste to how it is, in yeah, the sort of TV shows. If you yeah.
yeah, definitely. And even the live stream they had in that, watching some of the fights back on that, the commentary and everything, all of it was really, really well done. And I was just a brilliant show to be a part of. And I'm really proud of it. Again, I do think I could have boxed better. I would have loved to have got the stoppage, but Borisov, he's very, very tricky fighter and he knows how to survive and get through the round. So it was a good learning experience for me.
Oh, 100%, mate. I think you're a bit you get I mean your own worst critic. Is that how you say it?
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, I thought, you boxed it was your first six rounder, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, first six rounder, I mean, of course, it's a step in the right direction as you wanted it to be a six rounder. I mean, yeah, overall it was a good performance and did he get a point taken off, didn't he?
Yeah, unfortunately it took about 3 rounds too late because I think from the second round it was every time we came near each other he was holding and he was doing a lot of shots to the back of the head as well, which the referee was pointing out to him. And even at one point, I think twice, and it was either the fifth or the fourth round, he tried to headbutt me as well, and he never got warned for that. Like so, it was a long time coming really with the points, but yeah, eventually, but it was a little too late, I think, because it was in the last, I think it was last 20 seconds of the round, and he's not going to stop holding. As soon as literally the point was taken, he just held me again straight after. So it didn't really deter him too much.
I mean, yeah, I mean, when you get opponents like that, it's tricky to get your work done. But
Yeah,
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 how
because he
would you
smothered a
rate you
lot of it as
before?
well. So it's just one of them. He's a tough person to fight because he was after I think midway through the second round when I started landing at him, he just kind of wanted to get through it. I think he just wanted to take as little damage as possible through the rest of the rounds.
Yeah, but you're gonna fight people like that. I
Yeah,
mean, you would you say that you perform better because I than your fight before with Collinson, of course, I was there that night. You seemed
Yeah,
disappointed with your performance. Do you feel like this time round? I know you're still not over like ever because there's always room to improve. But
yeah,
were you happier with this performance than the fight before?
yeah. Definitely, I thought I boxed a lot better and a lot smarter. Like the things I worked on and had to get through camp. Like obviously, you don't get through camp all the time with no injuries or anything. I had a few issues with my hands that camp, so I had to be a bit more careful. But I was happier with the performance. I felt like I done what there's obviously points where I could have done better and could have stepped up a bit more. But I felt like boxing wise, I think I done the job and got. I was happy enough with the performance, getting the win, and I felt like I won every round. I didn't feel like I was ever in trouble in there, so it was definitely an improvement.
What weight was that fight at?
It was I think it was 83.5 we agreed, so it was like cruiserweight, like under cruiser obviously, but he was a bit heavier, and I don't think he wanted to cut the weight because there's a few
Maybe
opponents before I had. It was going to be around 79, 80, and two people pulled out. And I think it was about just when I was doing the open workout, they told me they've got Borisov, but he's going to be a bit heavier. So I said, I might as well just to get the fight signed and started. I took the fight at a bit of a higher weight, and I felt a lot heavier than I would normally feel, like moving around and stuff. So it wasn't the best weight for me really.
mm. But yeah, you got the job done in yeah. Um when can we expect to see your next out?
I'm hoping it's going to be July, maybe around July time. I've got a few things going on at the minute, so I can't take anything sooner. I was originally scheduled to be fighting. It would have been the 20th of this month, so Saturday. But unfortunately, the show was postponed.
Why was
Um,
that?
I think it was an issue with the venue that they couldn't get it for that certain time. So it's hopefully put on in July, and that's the fight I'm going to have. It will be a good fight. I can't really say too much on it until it's all signed and announced, but it should be a step in the right direction for me and definitely for my career.
Oh, good to hear, mate. I know you said you can't go into it too much because it hasn't been
Yeah,
confirmed, but do you know if it's in Ireland or like back at your call?
it should be in Ireland, and then I'll hopefully again be in London maybe later on in the year. But this one should be in Ireland again.
So, are you trying? How many fights roughly are you trying to have this year? Maybe three or
At least three, yeah. I would like because the same thing happened to me last year where I had a fight fall out in March, and then I fought again in June and managed to get the three in over the year. So I would like to get 3 to 4 if possible, depending on obviously if this fight should be a bit of a step up fight, so it could even be another step up, and I might not need the extra fight in between, but I would like to get at least three in this year, definitely.
mm. You know, what route are you sort of wanting to go down? Of course, you fought in London before. I'm not sure with you being yeah, so could you fight for the Southern area or uh
I'm not 100% sure. I don't know if that's vacant at the minute or William Weber still has it. I'm not sure how that
at
how
what
that works.
weight?
I'm going to go back to super middle for the next one, so I'm not
Hasn't Paul
sure.
Gordon, I think maybe Paul Gordon might have won that, or was that middle? I'm not sure.
It might have been middle because I know it was William Weber, and
Oh no,
he
no, no, tell a lie. It's Dazza Luke.
right. So I'm not too sure that I'm not sure how it would work in that one. I did speak with Steve on that, and he likes the idea of me going the route in Ireland, try and get some titles here domestically as well. And the
BUI
super
or
middle, yeah, but I would have to obviously get licensed by Ireland to be eligible for that. But I am ranked. I think I'm ranked fifth in the country at the minute at super middle. So it's definitely an avenue for me there as well. And I feel like that division, super middle in Ireland, the minute it's massive, it's popping. There's a lot of lads and about. You got the likes of Tommy Hyde, Kevin Cronin, Cal Crowley, all them
what did
lads
you
are
make
vying
of
for it.
sorry to interrupt. What did you
Yeah,
make of Tommy Hyde's fight against Craig McCarthy that was a few weeks ago?
yeah. I expected Tommy Hyde. He's a very talented boxer, and I think he's the best at super middle in the country. To be honest, I think all the lads are going to struggle against him really, and I kind of expected that kind of result from him. To be honest.
Mm. Um, yeah, fair enough. Has Kevin Cronin got a belt or
I think he might have fought for.
because he fought Jamie, didn't he?
Yeah, I think he fought Jamie Morrissey for it. I don't know if he has got a
Oh,
belt.
they
I know they're
drew,
talking.
didn't they, or something?
Yeah, I think Morrissey. I think they had two fights. I think one he lost, and then I think it was a
The other
draw. The other one.
draw, yeah. And then
So
Morsey fought Emmett
Emma
Brennan.
Brennan.
I think that was
Yeah,
at middle though, wasn't it?
I think it was like heavy. I think they had like. I think they
Oh,
were both in between, but Craig McCarthy had the belt, so I think they had to do like light heavy just to get a belt on it for the zone, more than likely. But yeah, there's like you say, there's a lot of lads in around that weight, and a lot of good fights to be made there. And I'm pretty sure there'll probably be an Irish title between some of them lads in the next, I imagine, in the next few months.
so over in Ireland, like how does like of course in England you have like the southern area, then the English, British,
Yeah,
and then you've got international belts as well. How
yeah.
would like the in Ireland, how do they say it? Is it the BUI, then Irish, then Celtic, or
I think it is, yeah, but there is the. I think some people have fought for like the Celtic, and then they don't have the Irish title, like because who was it recently that just won the BUI or the Celtic? There was a Celtic title. Well, that was what Tommy Hyde won. It was the Celtic. So now he's eligible for the BUI, but I would have thought the BUI would have came before the Celtic, but I'm not too sure how it all. There's a few belts that are like under the same banner, so I'm not sure how it stacks up. But I know those. I think it's those three are eligible. Him, Cal Crowley, Cronin, and Hyde are all eligible for the BUI, if I'm correct.
yeah, and then McCarthy's still in that sort of mix as well.
Yeah, yeah. And then Graham McCormick's fighting for the Celtic title next. I think it's next Saturday. That'll be a good fight as well.
Isn't that super middle, that one?
Yeah, yeah. Super medal. Yeah,
What do you make of that fight? Because in my opinion, that's a cracker, that one.
yeah. It should be a very good fight. I would love to see Graham win it. Obviously, it'd be great to see an Irish lad take the belt back, and I think he's more than capable. I think they were meant to fight last year as well, so they always two lads that turn up to fight. It's gonna be a great fight between the two of them.
Are you keeping an eye on those? Even though, do you keep an eye on these domestic fights, knowing in the future that you could be fighting some of them?
Yeah, definitely. I always keep an eye out and see, especially any boxing in Ireland. Always try and have a watch over at any weight, but especially that weight, definitely. Because I think I match up quite well with some of them lads. I feel like, and given the opportunity, I always want to see who's getting up there and who's doing well and who's fighting who. So always keeping an eye on all of them, really.
Is Robert, what's his name? Robert Burke, is he super middle?
Yeah, I think he's super medal as well. He had a tough one in his last fight as well. He got a bad cut. Good performance though. He pulled out the victory in the last round where he needed to win it. So it was
When
good
was
to see
that
him
one?
get that. I think that was maybe 2 months ago. I think it was on JB Promotions show. He had a very, very tough fight, and he done quite well. He done very well to get through it after suffering a bad cut, especially.
I think he's got a similar record to you, hasn't he?
I think he's got. I'm not too sure. I know he's ranked below me at the minute on BoxRec, but I think he might have two wins and maybe a draw and two losses or something like that. I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, so similar sort of number of fights to you.
Yeah,
Is you and again, I know you can't say too much about your upcoming fight in July, hopefully, but is that another six rounder or can you not say as of yet?
I'm not 100% sure. I think it will be either. It will more than likely be a six, possibly an eight. I'm not 100% sure, but I'd imagine it's going to be a six.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so can we expect you to be are you still signed with Goodwin, yeah?
Yeah, I'm still saying with Steve. Yeah,
So it's just that you it's good that you've got two options, to fight in Ireland and in England as well.
yeah, definitely. Because it's always boxing at your call is always amazing. So having that opportunity still there, even especially because the shows here can be could be there's a month where there's a lot of them, and then it's kind of quiet for a little while. So having the option to jump between both and being able to build a fan base in both places is definitely important.
Hmm. Do you still want that Collinson rematch?
Yeah, I think that I'd imagine that'll probably happen down the line. I'd say I know he's had a few fights since then. I've had well just the one fight since then. There was never really like an animosity kind of thing there. Like it was just we had a good fight, but I'd imagine we'll probably get that rematch eventually one day. Yeah,
Maybe over 6, 8, maybe.
yeah, definitely. I think it was that kind of fight where the more rounds it's going to go, the better it's going to be. So I think if we do run it back, it'll definitely be a six at least. I'd imagine.
It was definitely a York Hall classic, that one.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, so um yeah, what's the goal for this year?
Mainly just try and get as many fights in over the summer and finish the year strong as well. Like to be in a good position, if not by the end of the year, and title contention, fighting for one, at least be up there ready to go for next year for one. Um, that's the goal. Just every fight, I want to step up that bit more and just show the level I really feel I'm at, and
So
make a statement this year.
yeah, so it's sort of yeah, statement year, you said.
Yeah, it needs to be. I think I've you know miss missing the. I'm going to probably miss the first 6 months of the year, so I want to be as active as I can, really, in the last of it, and all the stuff I have going on at the minute. Get that out of the way, and then full focus is towards finishing the year strong. Then,
Mm-hmm. And yeah, before I let you go, as always, Danny, do you want to thank the usual people who are helping you on your journey at the moment?
yeah, 100%. I want to say a massive thank you to Fort Galaxy who looked after me the last while. I went through a camp really for this fight and found out a few weeks ago it was going to be cancelled, so it was unfortunate, but I had a great camp. All my sponsors, Blues Kitchen. I got a new photographer, Conor McGarvey, sponsoring me. I've got Grafters Gym sponsoring me. I've got Steppers Bar sponsoring me. Dunlow Auto Factors. I want to thank all my coaches. I've got McCafferty's Bar sponsored as well. And a lot of people helped me out, especially my amateur club now. I've been back training with them a few nights and helping them out, Dunlow ABC. So just everyone that's helped me on this journey to get to where I am now. It's been brilliant.
Mm-hmm. And from me, Danny, thank you for your time as always.
I appreciate it, lads. Good speaking to you.
Anytime, mate. Bye.
Take care.